Why is mental toughness important, you might ask? I actually want to tell you a story. So, if you've ever had a Hershey's bar, if you ever had a chocolate bar, Reese's, or something in the Hershey's family, right? Hershey's chocolate, Hershey Kisses, Reese's. If you ever had any of that type of candy, then I want to tell you a quick story about the owner of Hershey's chocolate, the inventor of Hershey's chocolate. I was just up, kind of walking around, moving around a little bit. I like to get up during the day, just literally just move my body. Uh, definitely not a fan of sitting for any extended period of time. I'm talking like over 20 or 30 minutes. But Hershey's, quick story about Hershey's. So Milton Hershey went and created the Hershey's chocolate company we know today. But back when it first started, he started making chocolate out of his kitchen, literally out of his kitchen. So he's making chocolate and he starts selling it and he gets a little business and he gets, his finances up and off the ground a little bit. And he's like, okay, I need to grow this thing. I need to go somewhere bigger. So he goes to Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a bigger city. It's more populated. And he thinks that's the way to expand his business. So he goes to Philly. He gets in Philly. Things don't really go his way. He starts losing a little bit of money. Ultimately has to close up shop in Philly. And he's like, oh man, I got to come back home, make more chocolate around here. And then he gets this big idea. He's like, you know what? I'm not going to go back to Philly. I'm going to go even bigger. I'm going to go to New York City. So he goes to New York City, obviously biggest city in our country. And he thinks, I'm going to crush it here. I'm going to do great here. I'm going to do awesome business here. He goes to New York City, and then the same exact thing happens. Bust. You got to come back to Hershey. Got to come back to Hershey, Pennsylvania. Hershey, Pennsylvania is not even a fraction of Philly or New York City. So what does he have to do? He has to figure out how to make it work not going to a big city. So he faced failure after failure after failure. His family even at one point stopped funding him. If it weren't for one of his aunts, his aunt actually gave him like the last little boost he needed, the last little oomph that he needed in order to succeed. Now, I'm not here to say that you need a rich aunt to help you get that little bit of oomph, but something mysterious happens when we continue to push ourselves to be mentally tough. Luck favors the prepared mind. Luck favors the prepared mind. So it takes mental toughness to make sure that you stay prepared, to make sure that you're still doing the things that you need to do when you need to do them. So even though we might not feel like it at times, he probably didn't feel like going to New York City after he just failed in Philly. And then he got over his fear and he said, you know what? I'm going to New York City. I'm going to try it out. Then boom, another failure. He has to come back to Hershey. He could have easily, beaten himself up or wallow in his pity. And I'm not talking about us building a Hershey's company. We're all in a different path. We're all on a different journey. It's about what's the next obstacle for us. Whether we feel like it or not, if we know deep down that in our heart, in our soul, that what we're doing is what we're meant here to do, if you get that feeling, that excitedness, that vibration, that energy that you're doing what you're meant to be doing, then getting through, some of those little minor details, those tiny things that we don't feel like doing all the time with our, who do we need to go see? What do we need to go do? What workouts do we need to do? What books do we need to read? We're not going to feel like it all the time, 24/7, 365. We're not going to feel like it all the damn time. But when we can do what we need to be doing when we need to be doing it. I'm not here to say that you can't have time to relax, that you can't have time to just let your mind go. That's an important time too. That's an important time too. But it's a matter of structuring it in line with you're doing what you know in your heart is what you should be doing. So I hope that everyone finds that. I hope that everyone gets to that point where they know that they're in alignment, that they're doing what they're called to be doing. And I know and I feel I mean, some of you might not even believe me if you've never felt this before. There's like a warm, excited, light feeling in my body knowing that helping other people, communicating to other people, helping them improve their life through mindset, through emotional control, through improvement. Not saying that I'm the best in the world at it, but there's always people along our same path 5 years ago, 10 years ago that we can help. And I know deep down, this is where that feeling of lightness and warmth and excitedness comes in, is knowing that I'm helping those people along that journey. I hope you find that feeling. I hope you get that same excitement that I get. Unfortunately, I don't believe that everyone in this lifetime experiences that. Now, this is going out there a little bit. That's just what I believe. You know, I'm trying to think of the quote along the lines of, you know, some of us leave lives of quiet desperation. Meaning that we don't fulfill or we don't do or we don't achieve what we were meant to achieve here in this lifetime. That we just kind of mull through things. We just kind of let others decide for us. Let others choose for us. The lazy way of doing it. And there's actually some spiritual training that says that lack of decision or that lack of movement towards your purpose is actually the worst sin of all. I'm not religious in any sense. I'm far from religious. I take bits and pieces from every religion. But I hope that you find what you were called here to do. And you get that same feeling and you share that same energy. Because then we're all connected by this type of energy that's making, it's going to sound cliche, but making the world a better place. And that's what it's about. So I appreciate you guys. If you're still watching this video, I appreciate you. Love you from deep down in my soul. I'm not even going to ask. I was going to do the typical, hey, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, all that stuff. But I think it's important to do that stuff. But this was a deep talk. And if you're still watching, we share that same energy. We share that same purpose. So I don't even have to ask. I'll ask on other videos. But appreciate the opportunity to share this with whoever watches this. And I appreciate your time taking 9 minutes out of your day to watch it and hopefully connect with it. So appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the next video. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I just want to let you know we're always uploading some new free resources on our website. So check them out in the description below. Find out which one is the best for you. And I hope to see you soon.